Hey, I hope everybody's there. I've got a lot of things on my mind to talk to you about tonight, but I really wanted to talk to you about this whole idea I have of starting with the heart. As some of you know, I've written a book about this, and early on in my career, I fell in love with OB. I love delivering babies, and that's really what I chose as my career path. And I spent a year doing OB residency and was then counseled because of my hand tremor to move into family medicine. But as I moved into family medicine, OB was still a critical part of what I wanted to do, because I love that process of taking care of women during pregnancy and then seeing that beautiful little baby being born just full of potential. And I like to say now that functional medicine allows me to help you give birth to new health and a new life. And that's really what I want to talk to you about in these live events during this week. Last night we talked about ideas or dreams or desires, and those heart desires are your big ideas. What do you want in life? What do you dream about? And what are the things that you're striving for? For me, I want to help 5 million people achieve greatness by creating health, meaningful business, and abundant living. And that's what I'm passionate about. And that's really what helped me to move out of my last practice into our current practice, because of that desire to really help more people in a more meaningful way. So tell me below, what do you hope for? What are your dreams? What are your desires? What are your big ideas? And I like to think of this thinking of this in the OB terms. I like to think of this as conception. Conception happens because you've fallen in love, and two people get together and conceive this beautiful future baby, and it's an incredible process. And so I want you to think about your idea of better health, your idea of wanting to become something bigger, greater. I want you to think of it in terms of conception. It's important to fall in love with your idea. I remember when I was in high school, I used to see my wife, Melinda. She'd be walking down the hall and her little ponytail would be bouncing back and forth. And for me, that was love at first sight. And falling in love with Melinda at that point, really I couldn't think about anything else. I just thought about Melinda all day. I'd wake up at night, I'd think about Melinda. I love spending time with her. And this is how you should feel about your big idea, your dream, your desire, whatever it is. And I want you to perceive your dreams as something that can be attainable. I always tell my kids to go for their dreams, and that's what I want for you too. And that's really what I'm passionate about. Whatever you dream for, whether that's a big, nice house, a great vacation, financial freedom. Think about how important your health is in relationship to those dreams. It's really hard to enjoy or achieve any of our dreams if we don't have our health. And so in this conception of your great idea, your dream, your hopes, make sure that health is a part of that, because it is so, so critical. After conception, then there becomes the next step in this process is implantation. And that's where that fertilized egg gets implanted into the lining of the uterus. So I also think of this as planting a seed. So you have your idea, your desire, and you fall in love with that. And that is so, so important. It's also important that once you've fallen in love with that idea, that you realize that a lot of times we think very limited. We think that maybe someone else has had that idea, so I can't do it. Or someone else is doing what I want to do, so I can't do it. But when you think about the process of conception, it takes one sperm and only one sperm to fertilize that egg. It's only one idea, and it's a very unique opportunity. There's over 2 million sperm that are released in this process, and only one makes it. And so don't be afraid of your big idea. Even if it's similar to someone else's, you're unique, and there's only one you. And so you're the only one that can deliver what you have. And that's taken me a while to believe and to come to grips with, that I really can help my patients in a unique way. And my desire is to increase my ability in helping more people. And I want you to take your idea that you have conceived and fallen in love with, and then I want you to implant that. And when you implant that, it's just as if you are becoming pregnant with that idea. Once someone becomes pregnant, that's a fairly permanent situation. There's not a lot of backing out. And so that's the way I want you to think about your goals and your new ideas. If you have this hope and dream of achieving lasting health, then I want you to be committed to it, just like you have to be committed to that pregnancy. So you become pregnant with that idea. And I think that's a very powerful image. And then once you are committed to that, once you have planted that seed, then you need to nourish that seed and really take care of it, nurture it. And so when we have a big idea, we really need to nurture it by, one, we need to write it down, and we need to share it. Be willing to share it with someone who's going to support you in that idea. Sometimes it's hard to share our big dreams. We think someone's going to squash those dreams. So it's really important that you share it with people that are going to support you. Come share your dreams with me, and I will help support you and hopefully help you achieve them. So this idea of implantation, the nurturing and nourishing of that conceived idea or that seed is really the next step in this process. And so this is where if you've got the dream of being healthy, then I want you to start visualizing what it looks like and feels like to be healthy. If you're dreaming of that great vacation, then I want you to start researching that vacation spot. What can you do when you visit there? What language will you need to learn when you go visit? What are the people and the culture like? What's the food going to be like? So that you can really start nurturing that idea so that you become dedicated to it, and so that you start working towards that. And so I'd like for everybody that's listening to this to really pick that one idea. If it's better health, if it's better business or a better relationship, I want you to start visualizing it every day and see what it looks like, feel what it feels like, and start writing down the words that describe that to you. And come up with at least 25 words. I challenge you to come up with 100, but get at least 25 words. Let me know below what your thoughts and feelings of these ideas are, and really start working on, number one, your conception of your great idea and your desires, and become dedicated to it as if you were becoming pregnant with that idea. Plant the seed, nurture it, nourish it, and start the visualization process. I hope these ideas are helpful. These are some of the things that I don't get to talk to you about when you come in to visit me all the time, but they're really, really important. For you to achieve lasting health, you need to be firm in your dedication to that idea. You need to be dedicated and willing to implant that. And when you implant that idea or that seed, it's really important to put it into a system. When that fertilized egg is implanted into the uterus, there's a system in place that's going to take care of that fertilized egg as it divides, grows, and develops. And you want to do the same. If you want better health, then you need to implant that idea of better health into a system that's going to help provide you that health. The system like we have at Living Health MD. If you want better wealth, then you need to find a good system to implant that idea and your money into helping your money to grow and develop. So as you think about implanting this seed in your heart and making it a dedicated goal, also think about who you're going to trust with your idea, how you're going to implant that seed, and how you're going to nurture it and help it to grow and develop. So come up with your 25 words and put them down below or send them to me. And I look forward to hearing from you soon, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.